Hello, Don here from Operation Alpha. I hope you are good, and I'm chiming in today with tip number 10, which today it's not going to be answering a question. It's just going to be me talking about a subject that I think is really pertinent to your average dude over 30, and that's how should he train? What's the most efficient way for a guy over 30 to train? Also in a way that's going to prevent him from being injured and maintain his mobility so that he can move well. And it's basically why I am such a fan of bodyweight exercises, which, don't get me wrong, I use all kinds of different training modalities. I'm a big fan of using heavy weights as well. We in our sessions we use kettlebells and club bells and all kinds of different bits of equipment, but I'm a real big fan of bodyweight training, and I think it has a slightly undeserved reputation for being not very effective, particularly for men, and particularly when we're thinking about muscle gain. So you will typically hear guys saying, it's not possible to get big from doing bodyweight training. You know, you gotta pump the iron, otherwise, there's just no point. Bodyweight training is for pansies. Yeah, it's for pansies. Have you seen the gym, the gymnasts at the Olympics lately? Not exactly pansies, are they? So, I think the problem is that when people think of bodyweight exercises, there's a lack of imagination, and they just sort of think about, doing some push-ups, doing some bodyweight squats and lunges, and that's about it. Maybe some pull-ups, which obviously are a very, very tough exercise. So I think that's partly it. There's a lack of imagination. There's maybe a lack of knowledge on the subject, and people aren't actually aware of how much variety there is at your disposal when you really get into bodyweight training. And of course, practicality-wise, you don't need any equipment. If you do, it's stuff that you can maybe set up at home. There's no traveling to and fro from a gym. So yeah, ultimate efficiency, which is kind of what us busy dudes over 30 need, because we want our training to be efficient, and for us to be able to get it in at a time that suits us. Just noticed I've got some little green orb on my face. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. It's like saying from Interstellar. Yeah, so there's that, and there's also in terms of the muscle gain. I'm a great believer in using tempo and volume. If you perform even a push-up, for instance, with a 3 to 4 second negative, so on every rep you're taking 3 to 4 seconds to lower, do a set of 10 reps like that with strict technique, and then tell me that you are not feeling that. Yeah, you're gonna feel it. So the time under tension that's achieved by using a slower tempo, and also getting a lot of volume of training into a sort of condensed into a short time frame, whilst adhering to strict tempo, that's a very, very effective way to actually build some muscle. So the other thing as well is I really think a lot of these kinds of bodyweight movements, some of the ones that call for a little bit more range of movement and flexibility and multi-directional movements, I think they're fantastic for us guys who are typically just getting stiffer and stiffer and less mobile as we get older. And if you're just continuously benching and rowing and squatting and deadlifting, and let's face it, we don't really spend as much time doing mobility and stretching work as we should do. It's just kind of like, it's that kind of muscle bounds, kind of Quasimodo type posture that we're starting to cultivate, and we can lead to aches and pains and the rest of it. Also, a lot of guys typically get really sore shoulders from training, just from benching too much. And I find, and I really believe that a lot of these body weight movements, particularly the more interesting ones, are really conducive to avoiding this happening and just keeping the freedom of movement going through the body, which I think is, it's just really important. And also, it gets you more in touch with your natural athleticism as well, which I think is always a nice feeling. So there you go. 5-6 minute ramble as usual. Bodyweight exercises, I think they're the bollocks. And yeah, I would encourage you to try them out if you haven't. I could talk about this probably for another 5 minutes, actually. There's so much that I can talk about on this particular subject, but I'll have to cap it there. So yeah, comment below, private message me if you'd like to know more about bodyweight exercises, and do keep the questions coming as well. Thank you. Peace.